Back when I was playing football at Rummel High School, I mean, I had a hit that caused a back injury, which didn't last very long. Of course, when you're 17 years old, you recover from those things, not maybe realizing that there could have been some results coming from that later on in life when you get a little bit older. It could have been that, there was some suspicion of possibly early stages of arthritis causing it, so maybe it was the combination. Plus, I spent a lot of time in cold, damp areas when I'm out hunting, and that could have had some impact on it too. It started developing pretty slowly, and it progressively got worse, and the pain was not really so much in the back. It emanated from the lower back, but it was the sciatic nerves on both legs and gave me like a cramping type feeling, just a lot of swelling in the legs, numbness sometimes, and just constant pain. And it progressively got worse. I've dealt with it for about 2 years. I did some things that I thought were right to try to alleviate it. I went and saw a chiropractor. They worked on me. They had some limited success there, and there was some temporary relief. I had some injections, and that gave immediate relief, but again, that wasn't very long lasting. Finally, I was taking medication on Percocet. I don't know how many ibuprofens I'd go through a day just to get through the day. At nighttime, sometimes it even bothered me to the point where I was losing sleep over it. It also took away time from my family. I've got a little 3-year-old granddaughter who's very, very active, and we like to go on treasure hunts in the woods and play games, and I just couldn't physically get myself up to do that as much as I would like to. So I was really at a point where somebody tell me what I need to do to take care of this thing for long term. My doctor, Samir Shamia, after meeting him and talking to him, he was very straightforward. He didn't try to pull any punches. He didn't try to sugarcoat it. He said, we're going to do an extra MRI just to get a better look at it. After I did that, he said, well, it doesn't look like you're going to need a major surgery. This procedure will probably do it. It would be one that you'd have to do anyway if we went for the major surgery. So I said, well, I'm all for that. He convinced me that this was not going to be a very serious procedure that would keep me laid up for a long period of time. The day of the procedure was exactly as I was told by the doctor it was going to happen. I checked in there. From the time they gave me the sedative and I went out. When I woke up, it was a couple hours later. The nurse came in. He said, how do you feel? Do you think you can walk? And I said, I don't know. Let's try. I got up and I walked around a little bit. I felt a little bit of discomfort from the surgery itself. He said, well, do you feel like going home? I said, well, yeah, I really do. I feel like I could go home. My daughter came and picked me up. We got a back brace, which I wore for about 1 day and didn't really feel like I needed it. I mean, they basically stuck a Band-Aid on it and sent me home that same afternoon. And 2 or 3 days later, I was out in the woods. I was climbing trees. I was riding a tractor. I was back in the boat and just feeling great. The doctor was very surprised. He called me. He went to see me in the hospital, and I was already gone. Coming up tonight, a change in the weather means you got to change your technique. Find out about it on the Fish and Game Report. I can stay out longer. I can do it without drugs. I can do it more efficiently. I can walk faster. I could probably get out and run if I really had to. And as far as the lifting and things that I would have been afraid to do in the past, now I don't have any fear of doing that. Check with your doctor, ask about this procedure, and it may be the thing that'll help you like it did me.